Doesn't that itself go against race? How can you be the most diverse race? A race is supposed to be sharing similar characteristics, right? So I wanna say a little anecdote. Um, Even in the part of Africa I'm from, you know what I mean, South Africa. Let me tell you what happens to a lot of West Africans. A lot of West Africans are actually discriminated against because they have a different phenotype. I'm being serious, guys. They have a different phenotype um, to the black people in South
And you said
Africa.
you're in South Africa?
Yeah, yeah. So they have a different phenotype and they actually get discriminated against in places like Cape Town, Johannesburg, just for simply looking different. But if you were to ask one of those Europeans, both of these people are black, right? How is that even possible? And it's because black is a fake race. There's so many differences among black people. Even Somali people, for example, they could be classified as black. But there was even a video of a Kenyan woman or something like that who went to Somalia and she was discriminated against by some young Somali man on the street. They called her Ajarer, they called her all of these words. Yet, in another system of classification, they're the same people. You know what I mean?
Boss, I
Um,
have a question. So, did were the South Africans able to tell the difference between a West African and the South African?
you want me to
The
tell you
white
the
people in
difference?
Cape Town, between the white people in South Africa, were they able to tell the difference between a West African and
A
white South
hundred
African?
percent, 100%, one hundred
Are you
percent.
sure?
Are
I'm
you
Get
sure.
on
are
me.
you talking about the are you talking about the culture such as food,
Not even the
language?
cultures, just the phenotype. That's what I'm talking about. Not the
You're
cultures,
talking about the
the
look.
I
phenotype.
don't believe you, bossy. I don't believe you at all. But let's continue.
Yeah, I can even post some pictures. It really easy to tell. Come on, you can never confuse a Nigerian for a Zulu. You know what I mean? It's impossible. There was, in fact, let me not go
How
there.
important do you think that this is? So, mm,
What do you mean? How
Yeah, I was
important?
just
Just
sort
land
of
your
like,
plane, Abasi. You're making
like,
things
how
confusing.
does this help black people though? Like knowing these differences, how
Why
does
would
this
it
help
help
black
black people?
people?
yeah,
I
there we
don't want to
go.
help. I don't want to help black people though. Like, what's the point? Black is a fake category. You know what I mean? I would rather help people that I actually have a relationship to. You know what I mean? That I actually
But
can work with. You know?
but
Why would I want to
don't you
help?
think like don't you
Hold on,
think the
Neo.
guidance?
Neo.
Okay, sorry, go
Before
ahead,
you,
Jack. Sorry.
only co-hosts can ask questions. Abasi, just land your plane. Then I have a follow-up question for you,
All
please.
right, I'm a
Neo,
lander.
if you
I'm a
wanna, if
lander.
you have a rebuttal, Neo, raise your hand. But go ahead. Let's have an
Hey, good
order in the
topic.
group.
Hey, I'm back in a second, man.
Abasi, are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. Done.
Okay, I have a question for you. When you said that African Americans, only African Americans can use the term black because they don't have anything they can identify with. Uh, I think that's a completely disrespectful because they can the first identity is African. So why can they? How come you didn't say they should be African rather than that black supposed should be a word that's only for them? But they're just African, just
Wait,
like
but Dr.
us.
Cabas, that's where I disagree as an American Black person, where I
Yes,
do
me
think
too.
we should be the only people calling ourselves Black because we're the only people who have had a culture ripped from you and had to start anew. And that's why I think we should keep Black because it marks that. So even though
That's
I
still,
believe he said that it was like I
but what
believe
I'm
the
saying
tone
is
he
that
was saying it was disrespectful, but
sister,
I stand with it.
sister. But you, to me, like if I just see you, you look like an African woman to me. If you don't speak, you understand. That says that your African identity is still alive. What it's on you whether you want to embrace it or not.
She's
But
not
Yeah, we're
African.
still African, but what I'm
maybe the
saying
way
is
you
like
move, the way you talk, everything is about you. To me, it looks African. So
Dr.
what I'm saying is
Cabas.
that you should embrace your African identity, and
No,
that's
no,
all
no.
you
These
need. You
guys, they're
don't
not
need to.
Africans. Stop trying to include them as
but Dr.
African.
Kabas, it's not about separating from Africa. It's about the same way that Trinidad Tobago people get to be Trinidadian. It's the same way Jamaican people get to be Jamaican. And we have chosen to be Black as our tribe. We are still descendants of African people. And you are possibly a descendant of the mix of African and Indian people. I don't know. But that's, overall, we have chosen Black because we're a separate tribe, not because we're not descendants of Africa. That makes sense.
No, I mean to me, it make. I mean maybe someone else can explain it, but I don't understand because it seems like part of you is just denying. I'm not saying part of you is just denying your African side, and you want to
Okay,
accept
so
new
do
identity.
Jamaican people have to, how,
But
okay, the same
you
way
you
Jamaican people and Trinidad people are still descendants of African people, they are also respected as being Jamaican. So what
yeah
we're saying is we want to be respected as a separate tribe without having to the rest of the tribes feeling as though we're trying to separate from you.
yeah. But here's where the confusion comes from, right? Try
Okay.
like the term black. It doesn't reference to a tribe. It's a racial category. It's not a tribal category. If you want to say you are a foundational Black American, yes, then that narrows down things to a tribal identity. But then when you use the term black, it's more an umbrella term, and that's where the confusion comes from. So uh,
That's why it's important because we are a part of the group of people who have are descendants of the business of people. And it's important to mark that. You know what? Okay.
go ahead, Philly. Go ahead, Philly.
I just want to say thank you for this opportunity. I just want to, object what the brother Abbasi said, saying black people should, abolish this term, this classification called blackness, but you can't do it, man. I'm not trying to sound racist or stupid or anything. Black people in general or Africans were not on the same status as Jewish people. As you can see today, the Jews, they don't classify themselves white anymore. It's because they've already disassociated themselves from that label. These guys are way far than us, man. And look at Africans, bro. They're also, I'm African as well. We're also degenerates, bro. We haven't done anything. We haven't contributed anything to any political world, man. All we out here is just collecting food stamps, taking these benefits, man. We're not like Jews, bro. You can't. We've already been classified as something. We can't really object it, man. All we can do is by changing the word black into something beautiful. As you can see, I'm a black man as well. I'm from Somalia. I feel like, and yeah, man, I respect other brothers as well. We're all black end of the day. We're all African. I feel like we all need to learn our differences, even though there's a lot of differences. But end of the day, the white man sees you as black. I feel like we need to claim that word, man, and hold on to it. Thank you.
You said some cool ass shit. Next.
Oh, sister, how's that coon? I'm black.
I mean, he's
Coons are
not cool. He's
black.
not cool. He's one of the few Somalis that actually admit the fact that they're black. So that's a progress. You know what I'm saying?
You
Maybe
you
for
right. You right,
y'all.
Dr. Kabas. I'm not sorry, but okay.
How y'all keep on skipping me?
Go
Go
ahead, ma'am.
ahead,
I
go
apologize.
ahead, Sister Tanya. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, greetings. My bad, y'all. I had to come in like a Florida girl. I apologize. But I don't know what that brother was saying. I'm not about to touch that. I'm just coming to say, I the only thing I want to add was the African proverb that says, "If you want to go fast, go alone, and if you want to go far, go together." I just feel like it makes no sense for us to divide the diaspora because we are over 1 billion strong together. So if we needed numbers, we have them as long as we all come together for whatever it is, whether it's going to be political, whether it's going to be financial, whether it's going to be physical fight, whatever, we would need numbers. So to me, it just doesn't make sense to um, divide ourselves among all these different whatever.
Me
Now,
too.
whatever anybody want to call themselves, I'm fine with, whatever that may be. Now, my particular situation is very unique because I know most people that were born in America cannot trace their history back to Africa. Luckily, I just so happen to have a historian in my family that was able to do that. But the same historian also was able to also trace roots to here, to indigenous Turtle Islanders as well. So I don't, share the divide of I'm not African, I'm American, or I'm not American, or whatever. I don't really share that divide. I don't really go through all of that. But I respect whoever want to be called whatever. I just feel like whatever that is, we should still come together. We do recognize that we are all having the same enemy. We are all having the same issues. Wherever the hell we at, we catching hell on this earth, no matter where it is. And it essentially is America. Wherever you at, it still is the same superpower, no matter what it's being called. Just like the Queen of England and all that shit, they own America. Like it's still the same power. So we should all be uniting to fight that common enemy, or at least to organize and try to fight that common enemy. I don't think the division makes sense. That's all.
What happened to when the days when African Americans used to be like America first? Like, what's all this globalist rhetoric shit come from? Like, I don't understand it, bro.
For me, America hasn't been a great thing to try to rally behind. It's not something that. How?
Yeah, how?
Because again, one part of my ancestry had their family slaughtered on this land, and the other part of my ancestry was dragged to this land, kicking and screaming, to work and build it for free.
You're native.
So I'm both, as I just explained. I'm both.
I'm saying like slaughter how though? Like what I'm saying, like you give me
indigenous to Turtle Island, which is what America was called before it was America. So that means native, I guess, if that's the term you want to use. But yes, so part native, part African.
No, but what I'm saying is, how did they slaughter your people though? That's what I'm asking. Like, was it a war or like what was it?
You don't know what happened to the native indigenous people of this land?
Well, I do know that a lot of them died out from like disease and shit like that.
You don't think that any of them were murdered?
I'm not gonna say no, but as far as like murder and like this large influx, no, that's not true.
Scare me.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I mean, even if they did die from diseases, the white people.
But they gave them reparations. They paid them. They paid them
purpose.
for that though. They gave them reparations for that. So I don't see. You know what I'm saying?
Well, them is us, so I didn't get no reparations for that. And
Me neither.
Well, if you have native, then you have rights to the
I
land.
do not. I do not. Just like you just said, some of y'all in here say that y'all are native. Do you have any rights to anything? Hell no.
Those are just lost Negroes.
Did you get any reparations? No.
Well, those are just lost Negroes.
It's a
They're not
Negro.
actually
Yeah, the
Indians.
Negro didn't get it, but
but Indians did. If you're saying you're half indigenous,
because sweet God. Okay. Let me just back up.
The Indians got to be not recognizing the bastard.
Boy, when I tell you, all
right,
and
that's actually up to the Indians, whether or not they would recognize that.
Not
America.
How you doing?
And a lot of natives don't recognize.
No, but I'm saying like why do y'all do stuff like that? Y'all come up here and y'all make these claims, and then when you can't stand on them or back them up, then they start being like
that they killed a bunch of Native American people.
No, what she's saying is that she's indigenous and she doesn't have any rights to reparations, but that's not America's fault. That'll actually be considered something to go with, like with the indigenous tribes. It's nothing to do with America.
Okay. That's fine. Again, I'm not really here to have a fight with y'all. I said what I said. I have my facts. They make me make me whole. I'm fine with that. That's fine. Whatever you want to say, cool. But again, I don't understand the division. It doesn't make sense if we have the same common enemy for you and me to be sitting here arguing about, is it America? Is it this?
Well, I don't believe America is my enemy.
No. You're missing the point.
Tanya, let me ask you a question. Do you think that the last person who spoke before you, do you think that the media training that causes is why we're thinking that we're different people?
I think that's a part of it, and it's different depending on where you come from. That brother said that he was Somali. So knowing that people in Africa see a different CNN than we see, they see a different Fox News than we see, they see a different TikTok, they see a different all of this shit. Of course, that has something to do with before they come over here, their family tells them do not associate with those Black Americans because
that's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie.
That's a lie.
That's a whole complete lie.
Okay. All right, y'all. I'm out.
You sitting here, Captain Scammy.
I hope one day we can get past the division. I wish
my bad, y'all. My bad. Scammy, why you just sat here and lied like that? You know they got the word Jafir and Nakata. Why you lie like that?
Well, those are only two specific tribes. But I mean, as far as like this large people who hold on.
Just said that we over here welfare queens. Black women are not even. It's not even 2
but that's
million
media
Black women
portrayed.
on welfare.
That's media portrayed. It's not like something that's. It's not like something that's indoctrinated in all of these Somalis. Like Dr. Kabas is Somali.
What?
He's not indoctrinated with that. He's not
It's the
indoctrinated like that.
media. If you just said it was media training, you're saying that now they're not indoctrinated.
No,
even
I'm
though you
saying I
just
said
admitted
that's how it's
is how the
portrayed.
media is trained by media.
But that's how it's portrayed in the media. I mean, I'll give you an example, right? If we have a gender war here right now, what do you think the men are going to say to the women? Black men in particular. They're going to call you welfare queens, Section 8 mommies, things of that nature. I mean, this is not nothing new. Like, why are we sitting here just trying to blame that specifically on Africans? This is just something that people are going to say in general.
If I told them that they was air bellies and eating mosquito burgers, I'd be in the motherfucking
But why do you?
wrong.
But why would you think that though? Is it because your quote unquote parents told you that, or because of the?
No,
Okay,
because
then.
the media.
Okay then. Okay.
So if you believe, if the same way you're getting unfair images of your country and where you live, you don't think
I don't
that
think
the
it's
same
unfair.
thing is happening to us?
I don't think it's unfair. I don't think it's unfair.
Hey, you know what, Hotep? Go ahead, ma'am. We're gonna hit the Chinese letters and then blue and then visual and then back to black girl.
Damn, y'all can't tell the difference between Japanese and Chinese. It's Japanese.
I sure
well, they
can't.
black. You know that.
We are American.
Go ahead, Hotep.
Oh wait, I thought he was going.
No, you go first, and then I'm gonna doodle down the hands.
Okay, are all black people the same? I would say no. I get, we originate from the same places and stuff like that. However, I mean, we don't go all by the same names. We all got different cultures, and I think that's okay, and I think that's acceptable. It was a couple things I wanted to hit on, but I kind of forgot them. But I do just want to say that somebody has said that we should all cling on to the term black and stuff like that. I just want to note that a lot of y'all who aren't American black don't have to cling on to the term black. And I think that's okay too. You don't have to, join in on this thing because of how white people view you. You can stay Somali, you can stay Nigerian, you can stay Jamaican, Trinidadian. However, I do think it's weird that when it comes to black Americans, we just the only people who can't just have a name for themselves. Like, I do think that's weird. And I do understand that we do come from Africa. However, I don't think that y'all really truly give grace to the differences that black Americans have. Y'all don't give grace to how our identity came about. And instead y'all just want us to, I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't understand what y'all be getting at when y'all want us to claim African so bad, because we can't go there and find our family. We can't go there and go to a family reunion. We can't go there and be invited to the cookout. People, I seen something today where somebody was talking about you should just go back to the homeland where you can be loved more. First of all, y'all still selling slaves.
Exactly.
Okay, but hold on. I have a question for you. Now that you said that, you go out of your way to find out your Indian lineage, right? Your Native American lineage, but you don't give the same grace to your African, your tribal African lineage.
No, because here's the no. You are projecting, because I never said that. I didn't say that. You're talking about another woman that was up here. I never said that.
And because
but hold on. But here's the thing. And let me answer your question, because I have an answer for you. Yes, the funny part about that is the term black encompasses your African lineage and the possibility of you having Native American lineage. The black encompasses that. When somebody says black, they're not saying that they're not African. They're not saying that they're only American Indian. So I really don't know where y'all are even getting this at.
No, ma'am, listen to me. You didn't answer my question. You tiptoe around it. But time and time again, you see black Americans that go out of their way and find their great parents was a quarter.
You
Indian.
said you.
And that's
That
what
sister
they find.
can't answer
That's what
for
they
anybody
find,
else.
sir.
She's talking
Hold
about
on, mute your
herself,
mic.
man.
Mute your mic. And that they go out of their
No, you're being disingenuous, and
you go out of your way to find your Indian blood, but you don't give the same grace to your African blood because it's a self-hate. You hate your African self, and that's the truth. You don't want to accept that because you hate that nappy head. You hate that black, beautiful skin. That's the truth. All of us have a little bit of
you need to get a proper grasp on the
All
English.
of us have a little bit of self-hatred. We hate when we look at the mirror, we don't like that dark melanated skin. That I have you can see my hair going away, but I had one
I
time I had
love
a beautiful
myself. I
hair.
don't know what y'all talking about. I look in the mirror and I
He's
think I look
projecting,
great.
sis. He's
You are
projecting.
projecting. And
Nothing you said indicates what he's
I
talking
literally
about.
did answer your question.
I
However,
think.
you already brought your own preconceived notion to my answer. That's the reason that you don't think I answered
Hey,
your
but Hotep,
question.
I think you're
Black
speaking in general.
encompasses, I know, black encompasses your Africanness and it encompasses your possibility of Native Americanness. Hello?
Yeah, I don't disagree with
No,
that though. I don't
no.
disagree with that. I don't
If
disagree
you
with that.
were 1/10 white, you would claim that your European lineage before you
No,
claim your
no, we would
African
not.
lineage.
No,
Don't
we would
lie.
not.
Bro,
Don't
why is
lie.
this
That is
even
very much
co-host
cap.
talking like
Don't
this?
That
lie.
is
Oh,
very
I'm
much
one
Why is
cap.
he
fourth
even a
Irish.
co-host
That is very
projecting like
much
this?
cap.
This is so
That is
typical of
very
these
much cap.
Africans.
And
Hold
even
up, hold up.
if somebody was 1/10 of white, that amount of whiteness is so negligible that you're not white. So it doesn't matter. That person's an idiot if they do that. And I'm saying that and I'm stamping it.
But Sister Hotep, what if they was to say that about the Indian though?
Right.
Well,
Okay, if you're 1/10 of a Native American, that's negligible too. For me, it goes 25, maybe even 15%. I'm not counting nothing
Who are you
lower
to
than
make the
like
rules, though?
I'm just saying the most objective thing.
You said it had to be obvious.
1/10 of a percent. No, it don't even have to be obvious. 1/10 of a percent is negligible. Why are we even counting that? We really need to just focus on the majority of what one is. 1/10. You got one ancestor way, way, way long ago. That's stupid. It's stupid.
But what I'm saying is that I'm not talking about you as an individual. But with the typical FBA person, when you talk to, they claim their Indian lineage before they claim their African lineage, and they look for it. Even though the Indians say don't speak our language, you're not one of us. They don't have a
We don't
tribal
speak no
identity.
African language
I don't
neither.
think
Listen to
that.
me. Listen to
Hold
me.
We
on,
don't speak no
that's
African
not
language
FBA. That's
neither.
You blame
security
You're
tribe.
baby
making stuff
genocide.
up,
You blame
dude.
baby
You're
He
making
really
stuff
genocide.
up.
is.
You
Hold
say,
up, hold
You're
up.
oh,
We'll have
making
some
stuff up,
decorum.
we
Hold
are
up,
the
dude.
hold up,
we are
hold
the
up.
You're making
the
stuff
real
up.
Texas. We are the real
You're
Seminole. We are the
making
real
stuff up.
Choctaw. That's what you say.
You are making stuff
Look,
up.
I don't fuck with FBA either, but that's Secure the Tribe. Secure the Tribe claims Indian, not
But
FBA.
I think they both like. I
Again,
don't know.
you're
I don't know.
making
I don't know
stuff
these two
up.
politics, but
Again, you put your name on people who you don't even come into spaces listening to. Nobody is claiming a 1/10 of anything. People are looking at their genealogy and they're moving accordingly to what they find in their genealogy.
well, if
I
y'all,
haven't been able to find indigenous nor African in my genealogy. All I've been able to find is Negroes. But that's not to say that there aren't people who came from Africa in my genealogy, and that's not to say that there aren't indigenous people in my genealogy. I just haven't looked enough. And the problem is, no, we are not the same, but that should be okay. The problem is that what this dude Scammy is doing is so typical of so many black immigrants. They come over here, they
oh
can
nigga, what
barely
the fuck did
speak.
I
Wait,
do?
hold
What the
on,
fuck
bro.
are you
You
talking
can
about,
barely speak the language.
nigga? What?
And
Wait,
then
no,
you
he
want to
talking
come
about
over
he
here,
talking
You're
about
not
and
talking
call
about
that
me,
Cobus.
nigga.
sister
You just said my
He's
name.
talking about
you say
Cobus.
So why did he just say my name, bro? What
and then
the
you turn
fuck?
around. And then
Wrong
you turn
person talking to
around and
Dr.
say, "Oh, I'm
Kabas,
not
bro.
talking about you," but then you turn right back around and say, "You." You're
Yo,
projecting
why
onto
the
that
fuck do
sister.
you niggas always assume that somebody's an immigrant because they
Right,
have a
like
different
My bad.
opinion than
I'm
you? That
talking.
shit be
Excuse me. My
exactly.
pissing
bad,
me
And
brother.
off,
then he
bro.
not hold
Scammy
up,
is.
Like,
hold up.
what
Excuse
the?
And
me.
then he not even talking to me. He talked to Dr. Kabas, but he said my name. Like what the fuck? This is crazy.
Bro, I'm looking at the blue line. So it was
Oh,
Dr.
okay.
Kabas. Okay, it wasn't
Okay.
you. My bad. I apologize. All right.
I appreciate that, my brother. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go
I'm
ahead.
just looking at the blue lines, bro. It looked like you was talking.
Nah,
But
nah.
Dr. Cobbs or whoever it is, you know what I'm saying? You're projecting onto that sister. And you're not sounding academic at all because you're making up generalities. You're saying things that you're just making up. It's untrue. Oh, you would do this, or you would do that. That's not an academic conversation.
It doesn't have to be academic.
No, that's the problem that we
No,
have with y'all.
I can be a
Our
street nigga
struggle is
too if you want
serious.
me to,
Our
nigga.
struggle is
This ain't
academic.
no fucking
Our struggle
academic
is political.
conversation.
And y'all get
Just
on
because
here
I
and y'all
got a
be
doctor
playing and
it
babbling.
doesn't
And
mean
you
I
can
can't be a
barely speak
fucking
English.
street nigga. Okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Don't
Street what?
Let me say this. No, 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 no,
Hello?
no,
I
no, no. I'm gonna stop it before we even take off. I'm just gonna say this, right? And I'm not taking either side. I've been like kind of like on both sides of the argument, but I think in general, right? This is a generalized conversation. I think that this conversation is like anecdotal observations. I don't think that this is a conversation that revolves around any like data or statistics to a certain degree. I think to, you know, like point out the fact that he is generalizing, I think that's a bit facetious because we've all been just generalizing or speaking from anecdotes since the beginning of this run. That's all I'm saying. But I don't necessarily agree or disagree with you saying, but I think it's a bit facetious to just talk trash about this man because he's generalizing, which that's what we've been doing since the beginning of this run.
Thank you, my brother. And that's all I was trying to say. You give me this is not
That
this ain't no
sister wasn't
academic
generalizing what she said.
academic
And then
It was
he
conversation.
turned
anecdotal though. It
around.
was
Wait, stop.
anecdotal.
That sister was
It
not
wasn't
generalizing.
anecdotal at all.
She wasn't anecdotal at all. And
I
then
Come
did
on
he
now.
turned
I
How
did
around
was
and
not
that
say
started
a
anecdotal?
I
generalizing
or
and became
me. I did not
anecdotal.
say a single I or
That
me. I
has
did
been
not
my
speak in
Thank
first
you,
observation.
sis.
person,
And,
not
and,
once.
and
Let me say
furthermore,
this. Let me
Brother
say this.
Scammy, what you
Let me say this. We're gonna have one mic, okay? We're gonna have order in the room. All right. But let me say this. That has been my experience. I've been on this Twitter Spaces and Clubhouse the last 3 years, and this has been my observation. So what I'm trying to say, this is what I observe. Okay.
that sister was not being anecdotal and she was not being general. And as far
Yo,
as you
can we
brother
mute?
talking about you saying both
Yo,
sides, you're not
can I
saying both
speak?
sides
Can I
because you
speak?
just
I've been
said that
waiting
we
like
all being anecdotal.
shit's
And know some
crazy.
of us are coming with facts, and that's y'all
I mean, how can
problem.
you what
We be
facts are you
coming
coming
with
from?
facts in this
Okay, so
struggle, and y'all be coming with babble and
okay, so
generality.
what facts then? Let's get to the facts then, my brother. You
The
obviously want to have a
facts are
conversation.
that
What
the
facts?
African American, Black Americans are absolutely different.
How?
The fact is that we
How?
do have, wait, the
No,
facts are
stop.
that we do
How are you
have
different?
indigenous people.
Hold up.
What?
No, listen. How are you different though?
I'll say that.
Substantiate your
We're
point.
different in terms of, we're different because our history has made us different. The
How?
culture that we've developed has made us different. And in addition to
Okay.
that, the ethnic groups that make us up have made us different. Now, those are facts.
So can you
So let
substantiate
me
that?
ask you a question
What the
though.
fuck you mean
Scammy,
substantiated?
come on.
Yeah,
History
let
tells
me
that,
Bro, you
bruh.
can't have
let
a
me ask you.
conversation and just lay
Wait,
blanket
check,
claims on the table
check
talking about
this
how you're
out.
so
Okay, so
different and then don't
I
substantiate your
will
point. Like,
tell you.
why is it an
Hey,
issue that actually
I'm about to
substantiate
tell
that? Like,
you,
what the fuck?
dude. Hey, check this out. Get out your feelings. I'm about to tell you how it's
I'm not in
substantiated.
my feelings. I'm just saying,
All
like, why
right,
y'all
so
trying to
check
act
this
like I'm
out.
being
I
wild for
will
actually
tell
substantiate?
you.
Go ahead.
I
Go ahead,
will
bro.
tell you how it's substantiated.
Go
All
ahead. Go
right.
ahead.
We are the only group that have went through more than 100 years of a system of Jim Crow segregation. And I'm not talking about apartheid. I'm talking about over here among the diaspora. We're also the only group that have a history of systematic lynchings to take place. We're the only group that have,
Systematic lynchings.
yeah, systematic lynching,
So are you stating that
extrajudicial.
only
Hold on, hold on, hold
like
on.
lynchings
Wait,
happen
bro,
to
I'm gonna tell
blacks?
you what I mean by that. You asked
Go
the
Scammy,
ahead.
question.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You
Go
had a
ahead.
question.
Go
Scammy,
ahead.
let him finish his point in totality because I'm trying to get all the bullet points. You asked him to break down each bullet point. I need all of them at one point
All right, go
so I
ahead.
can
Yeah,
say boom, boom, boom.
go ahead. I don't debate that, but go ahead. It's fine. Go ahead. I'll try to remember something. Go ahead.
Now,
Go ahead.
what y'all want, bro? Because you
No,
keep cutting me
go ahead,
off.
brother. Go
I
ahead,
want it
brother.
in
Go ahead.
bullet.
Go ahead. Go
I
ahead, brother.
want you to give me a concise answer in bullet points
Yeah, go
because I
ahead.
know you have
I'm
the bullet
giving that to
points. So
you,
I
sister.
want to
All
get
right, now
them.
we know.
I'm
Go
trying to
ahead.
get them.
Sister, I'm giving that.
I
I'm
know you're
giving
giving
that.
that. I'm telling him to let you
Can
do
I
the
say
Yeah,
talking
something
yeah,
real
yeah.
first.
That's
quick?
all she
Yeah.
was saying.
Look,
Hold
And
can
on.
I
he
say
gonna
Well,
let
something
let
real
me.
no,
quick?
Let him finish. Let him finish right quick, brother. You
Alright.
can go. Then I'm gonna answer. Go ahead. Go ahead, finish, bro.
All
What's his
right.
name?
Yeah.
Blue. Go
So,
ahead,
like
Blue.
I
My
said,
fault.
all right. Yeah. So, like I said, well, one, we can even back up beyond Jim Crow. We fought a civil war in this country. Okay. We have a history of actual military struggle in fighting for our freedoms. We also have a history of Jim Crow segregation for over a century. We have a history of systematic lynchings. I'm talking about extrajudicial killings that still happen to this day. We have a more polarized relationship towards white supremacy than much of the diaspora. We have less buffer groups within black identity. We don't have a mulatto class over here. We don't have all these mestizos and 40 different classifications of race over here. All of us are black, no matter what shade. And we see this manifest itself daily in our politics. People who don't understand our struggle come and want to speak for our struggle. Winston Newsom, Jamaican immigrant, Republican governor, Lieutenant Governor of West Virginia. She says there is no racism. We got to get over slavery, but yet she didn't come from this soil. The legacy of slavery is still very much implanted in our memories, in our collective memories, as opposed to a lot of other places in the diaspora. We're different. And again, I even mentioned the ethnic makeup. So, I mean, and just when we're talking about this Dr. Cabas dude coming on talking about you spend more time on the white supremacists, or you will go to that one ancestor out of 10. If you knew anything about us, you would know that we're still struggling to find our ancestors. And in fact, we're probably the only group of black people that are looking to put the missing pieces together. I don't know of not one cohort of Caribbean genealogists or African genealogists who are trying to put together the missing pieces. You ask these people who their 4 times great grandmother was, and they don't know. Dr. Cabas, who's your 4 or 5 times great grandmother?
I can probably find her.
Probably, but you haven't. You got a whole PhD, and you ain't even looked for your 4 times great grandmother. And yet you're gonna sit here and talk to us about our genealogy. What the hell is wrong with you people?
No, but what?
No, but my ass. You haven't even tried to look.
Let him finish, Thomas. Let him
You
finish,
said I
Thomas.
can probably find it. You haven't even tried to look. You spent 8+ years getting them crackers degree so you can call yourself a doctor, and you haven't even tried to find your own bloodline, but you're trying to tell us about ours. That's the fucking difference between us and y'all.
Yeah, but Somalis are patrilineal, though. They look.
You're goddamn right. I'd rather
Can I say something real
this
quick?
room is fucking trash.
Hold on, can I say something real quick?
Go ahead, you can say something, bro.
All right, look, check this out, right? Because I see FBA in the fucking title.
We just
right?
cooked y'all, man.
So
It's
first
fucking
of all,
cook time. Neck bones and collard greens.
so hold on. So
Fuck
check
these
this.
babbling motherfuckers.
Wait, hold
Y'all
on, bro.
skipping hands?
Oh my god,
No, we're
they done
not
skipped
skipping
me
hands.
like
Bro,
8
go
fucking
ahead.
times, bro.
Just go ahead.
So
We're gonna get to the
right?
hands, bro. We're gonna get to the hands. Go ahead.
Look, so I see FBA in the title, right? First of all, fuck all of these little subculture ass groups, FBA, Secure the Tribe, all of these fucking wannabe groups.
Man, and fuck you too,
I'm
because
not.
you ain't
I'm
doing
not.
shit for your
Let me
lineage,
get to my
dude.
fucking point,
Let him
nigga.
talk,
Like
bro.
you've been
Man,
talking
fuck
for
your
like 20
point.
minutes. Shut.
Chill, bro. Like chill. Like all of that is just being extra.
Yeah, exactly.
Why you kick him? You have to kick him, bro. That shit cool. Like we want
Tell that bitch
passion,
ass
but
nigga quit.
chill. No, it's cool, but I mean, niggas want you know how I give it up. I like the passion in the conversation. I think yeah, go ahead, say what you were saying, bro. That's
Look,
fine.
check this out.
That's
So
cool.
the title is "Are All Black People the Same?" Outside of the diaspora, like I'm talking about within Black American culture, no, we are not the fucking same. And if you look in the jumbotron and you scroll back one time, I made a tweet about reparations. I was talking about reparations because Dr. Umar he made a comment. He was talking about just throwing money at, Black American issues is not going to solve the fucking issues. You can't give a bunch of Black people who have no financial literacy billions of fucking dollars and then expect them to do something with productive
They gave it to
with
illiterate
that
white
money.
folks out of slavery, nigga. Fuck you talking about.
Can I finish my point without being interrupted?
Stop talking on other
Can I
niggas
finish
then,
my
bitch.
point without being
Man, I'm gonna
Hey, y'all,
move him because he's
Yeah,
not
no, that's my boy. That's my
let's-
Yak. Chill, bro. Chill, Yak. Chill out, bro.
Yeah,
Chill.
I'm gonna remove him.
No, that's my
Gotta
boy.
respect
Chill.
the
That's
space.
my nigga. Chill, Yak. Go ahead.
All
Go
I'm
ahead, bro.
asking is let me finish my point without being interrupted. And then afterward, you can give your little comments and feedback. What I'm saying is that no, within the Black American community, we are
Not
not
black,
the fuck.
nigga. You Israeli.
Can I
Some
finish
fucking
my
thing,
fucking
bitch, nigga.
point, nigga?
Yak, chill. Yak, come on, bro.
That's the problem with you stupid
You
niggas.
Islam,
Y'all don't,
bitch
every
ass
time a
nigga,
nigga
shut your
says some
bitch
shit
ass
you
up.
disagree with, you want to have a fucking response. And that's why if we got
Fuck your
reparations,
mama, bitch,
all you
nigga.
niggas
Fuck your
do
mama,
was
bitch,
just
nigga.
fucking spend it. You
Hey,
would spend it, and then we would be back right where the fuck we are right now,
He good,
stupid
he
nigga.
good. Go
So
ahead,
let
bro.
me
Keep going.
fucking finish, and then give your fucking feedback, dumb nigga. God damn. Look, so let me calm down, right? I said in the fucking tweet, right, that if niggas were to get reparations, what are we gonna do with the money when we get reparations? Are we gonna spend it on a bunch of stupid shit? Or are we gonna spend it on some shit that actually is gonna build wealth within the Black community so that generations and generations and generations from now, our kids are not struggling and going through the same fucking thing? They have a place to start. They have since y'all talking about foundational Black Americans, they have a foundation where they can start and build something of their own, and we can expound upon property and land, and we could build these big ass corporations that fucking Jeff Bezos is starting, and Walmart and all of these big ass franchises, and they could be Black owned. But see, The problem with you niggas is that if you go through the comments and you look, most of the niggas, they accuse me of not being Black American. They accuse me of being a coon. They done call me tethers. They done told me I'll spend the money how I damn well please. They done told me all types of shit. But you niggas want me to fucking sit here and expect me to believe and kumbaya with you about being pro-Black? Get your dumb ass the fuck up out of here. Y'all niggas sound about stupid as shit. And that's one of the main reasons by 2053, the Black dollar will be null and fucking void. It won't be worth shit because you niggas cannot get together and actually make some shit happen. But you want to get online. You want to get online and you want to preach this pseudo pro-Black shit because it'll get you some claps and fucking praises.
Thank you.
Guess what, nigga? I don't believe none of you niggas. You need more people like Jay-Z, nigga.
Thank you.
And how about this? How about this? You get reparations. All you gonna do, you talk about how the government is conspiring against Black people, but the first thing you want to do is give your money right back to them people. Then you give it back to them, and then you want to blame the white man again. Oh, well, the white man didn't teach me how to spend my money right. The white man programmed me not to spend my money right. The white man didn't teach me financial literacy when I was in grade school. Nigga, shut the fuck up. If you knew you was programmed, you would do better.
Thank you.
Get the fuck out of here. Fuck this diaspora shit. You niggas need to take a look in the fucking mirror.
All right.
Hey, yo, somebody clip that shit. I hope somebody clip that shit. That shit was beautiful, nigga. That shit was beautiful, nigga. That shit was beautiful, nigga.
Would you say Pan-Africanism for the Black American or Pan-Negroism? What is it? Which one would you say?
Nigga, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Niggas need to just take a look in the mirror and realize the bullshit. Look in the fucking mirror while you online, and same goes for Africans. While you online talking shit about other people, look at your own community. Same thing for niggas in America. While you talking about Africans, look at yourself in the fucking mirror. Because while you niggas is talking about, what the Africans is doing in Africa, you niggas is killing each other here.
Thank you.
Every 2 weeks, a new nigga is getting killed. Look at Takeoff. Look at PB and Rock. Look at Nipsey Hussle. I don't want to hear shit about Africa if you niggas are killing each other here. You niggas make songs popular about niggas killing other niggas. But you want to talk about Africa. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck you. That's how I feel. Rant over, nigga.
Nah, you just killed that shit, yo.
That was bullshit. Your friend was trying to.
I would love to hear somebody rebuttal that.
I gotta bring him up.
That was some bullshit.
He was his only, so to the rebuttals, I don't really want to hear.
Yeah, come on up, brother. Come on up.
Wait, hold on. I don't really want to hear nothing about him personally, but I would like an attack to the argument, please.
Go ahead. Hey, can we move people on the stage around that I already spoke to?
I've been rotating people.
Yeah, keep it going because people in the crowd they want to come on.
Juicy, rotate the individuals.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Bet.
All right.
I want Yak to speak for sure though.
You a Haitian too, nigga. That's why shit's so funny. You have Haitian, nigga.
Because he was the main person I was giving pushback. So now this is his time to be heard.
That's what I'm saying. Go ahead, Yak. Go ahead. Respond, Yak. Go ahead. Grassroots.
Say, bro, niggas is worried about what the next motherfucker gonna do. Who asked the Japanese was they financially literate? They just got their fucking money, built their fucking farms, and did what the fuck they need to do, nigga. You got a whole group of people over here in America who ain't never had shit. You feel what I'm saying? Who open up the most businesses up under this PPP, whatever the fuck, however the fuck they got it, they still got it. They still open up businesses and did fucking business. So while niggas is worried about what the fuck a nigga go do, nigga, what about Ukraine, nigga? What about all them fucking white folks getting killed in Ukraine, nigga? You said anything about that bitch, nigga? You know what I'm saying? You said anything about Afghanistan?
Hey, why are you insulting me? Why are you insulting me? Did I call you out of your name?
Hold on. Let him talk, bro. Let him talk, gang. Let him talk. Yeah,
I did ask you to please be respectful of him, but you can get your shit off, but he ain't gotta be. We don't even know him. How we know he a bitch? You know what I'm saying? So let's just be respectful.
Man, that nigga said all kind of dumb shit. But at the end of the day, bro, niggas is not crying about all these fucking wars that's going on. They probably went out and voted for these fucking politicians who got the shit going on and looked the other way while the shit going on, while fucking women, men, and children, innocent motherfuckers getting killed who ain't got shit to do with the government. They bombed the whole fucking city of Iraq for a whole day, killed 100,000 fucking people. What about that black on black crime? Nigga always got some bullshit to say. Nigga, you ain't even black, nigga. You won't sound black. You got a whole fucking language. Can't nobody read in this bitch. That's black American. It's your fucking profile, nigga. You worry about what we gonna do with our money, nigga. Did y'all ask the fucking the Arabs? I mean, not the Arabs, the motherfuckers who just got flew from Afghanistan, what they was gonna do with their money when they got here? Did you ask these fucking immigrants who coming over here every goddamn day?
It's real funny how Twitter niggas know my ethnicity.
Hold on.
That shit is funny.
Nigga. Let me finish, nigga.
Let me finish, bro. Let me finish.
Threw me down. Let me.
Yeah, because
I know we got him. Yeah, go ahead, keep going, bro.
I'm gonna answer your questions when you done.
Y'all worrying about all these food stamps and all this welfare and all this free housing y'all giving the motherfuckers ain't even citizens, can't cast one fucking vote, but we can't get a bitch ass thing. Y'all worry about them niggas, what they gonna do with their money? They buying trucks and cars and houses and whatever the fuck else they want to buy, crack and all kind of other shit. You niggas ain't worried about them niggas. You niggas only focus on black people because you hate black people because your fucking ass might got a little piece of black up in you. So now you act, man, listen, say, bro, end of the day, bro, don't worry about what I do with mine, nigga. Yeah, niggas go buy Jordans and this and that, niggas, but a lot of niggas go build some shit. A lot of niggas, yeah, man, they might fuck their money out, but guess what? When they see other motherfuckers building, their next reparations check, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't think it's going to be one check. Niggas going to actually start, damn, they getting it in over there. Let me go invest in these motherfucking shoe companies. Let me go invest in these motherfucking lawn companies or whatever the fuck these people doing that's successful. Yeah, that's how we work, nigga. So why you sitting back worried about a nigga and a nigga, what a nigga going to do with his own fucking money that's owed to him, nigga? Ain't a motherfucker giving a shit, nigga. That shit owed. So why you sitting back worried about the next motherfucking nigga? You need to be worried about yourself, nigga. Worry about you, nigga. Whatever side you claim, whatever fuck you from, your other blood you got, stay on that side, nigga. We don't need you over here talking down on us, bitch, nigga. I land.
All right, yeah.
All right, I wanted to respond to some of the things that you
Wait. Hold on, real quick. Did I call anybody out of their name one time? Did I do any personal attacks, nigga? Did I do any of that?
No, you didn't.
Okay, so
man, you
why am I?
Fuck you niggas, dog. You spoke to everybody.
Nigga, is that a personal attack, nigga, or was
I
I
don't think
speaking
it's the
to
same,
the talking point?
It's
not
not
was I speaking to the talking point? Which one?
Our whole race of people, our whole group, our whole.
All right, let me just respond.
Hold on. Go ahead, but we have to move on.
Yeah, I need to just go ahead and say this so we can just roll the stage. Yeah, like realistically, this idea that they're not asking anybody else what they're doing with their money, the only people who are getting money are people who they can either get that shit back from or build a trade relationship. We got to start being honest about the fact that white people might know if we get some money, we are not going to do anything about trade with them. So when you start talking about Iraq and Afghanistan and all this other stuff, it's important that you remember that those opioids are there. Without those poppies, without that stuff over there, that's damn near what the whole damn war was about. So this idea that they're not bombing them to get access to that's what they're doing. So that's why that's all happening. Also, when it comes to Ukraine, we got to remember Ukraine, it holds a lot of nuclear power and is close to the person that they've been wanting to go to war with or wanting to be in control of for roughly about a good 200 years, right? Then also it's a good, they provide most of the world's starches. So when you're talking about why is nobody asking about these other countries, we already know what these other countries would do with the money. But it is something that I think that we're just going to have to either answer or accept the fact that a lot of us don't know what we're going to do with this money. And a good portion of people, because we have been turned into individuals instead of a collective, for the ones of us who solve problems, I do think that a good portion of us are going to have to anticipate that a lot of these people are going to be in our way. So that's just my response to that. But I appreciate y'all speaking. You know, it could have went worse, but I think it went pretty good for what was being spoken about. So thank you.
And let me say this, right? I'm not telling niggas what to do. When and if we ever get reparations, I'm not pocket watching. I'm not telling you what to do with your money when you get it. I'm just, if we understand that we have all of these problems within the Black community that are affecting the Black community because of white supremacy and systematic racism and all this shit, Why the fuck are you niggas online talking about I spend my money on whatever I damn well please? That don't add up to me. That just makes no
Counterproductive.
sense. If we understand what's plaguing the black community on a daily basis and what has been since even before the 1800s, why the fuck are you niggas and you talking about spending it on? First of all, if you talking about spending it on bullshit, all of the sacrifices that your ancestors made and your grandparents made is going down the fucking drain. And that's why I'm so passionate about speaking on this shit, because I don't want my ancestors to have died for nothing. I don't want them to have sacrificed all that they have sacrificed for nothing. So yeah, it irritates me to hear niggas talking about reparations like it's just some fucking $200 food stamp card. And my question is you want to talk about, oh, well, niggas is going to use the money the right way. Okay, so what did niggas do with stimulus checks and PPP loans? Answer that question for me.
Flew bitches out.
Hold on, let me.
Well, some of them made businesses.
Hell nah.
Can I rebut him?
Hell nah.
Some of them started businesses.
We talking about in
Can I get a
general.
30-second rebuttal? I just need 30 seconds.
Go ahead, yeah.
Say, bro, I don't own a pair of Michael Jordans. I don't own a pair of Nikes. I don't own a pair of Adidas. I don't own no fucking Guess. I don't own no Feelers, no Louis, no Gucci. I don't own none of that shit, nigga. I got my own LLC, nigga. I got my own business that I'm operating right now. So when I get my money, nigga, I don't give a fuck what the next motherfucker doing. Because guess what? I'm going to be investing in some shit where they going to be spending with me. So at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. But guess what? I'm going to make sure my money count. If a nigga want to blow his shit, they going to stimulate the fucking economy. We all going to eat. So why is niggas worried about the next motherfucker? We the biggest stimulators of the economy anyway. Mind your business, man. That's all I'm saying. Mind your business.
But us being the biggest stimulators of the economy is just a sign that we have no control in said economy. So let's not, oh yeah, we the biggest stimulators of the economy like it's something to be proud of. We have been turned into a permanent
control, though? Speak on that.
We have been turned into the problem is that we have been turned into a permanent consumership. So consumers. So while some of us are not permanent consumers and will probably solve this problem, we just have to anticipate that some people are, and we got to solve problems for them too, which I don't really think is the worst thing that could happen. You know.
Y'all think all white people own businesses? Do y'all think all white people?
But I think the white people who do own businesses.
Let's not act like white people.
But I think the white people who do own businesses think about the needs and think about the spending habits of the white people who don't own businesses. A good example of this is how hard the bump it went. You know, that somebody made a whole business off having your hair higher.
Hey, listen, if everybody business owners, who gonna be buying shit though? So we need them motherfuckers to consume. So I don't know why people hating on consumerism.
That's true. I'm gonna go ahead and get to the hands though. I appreciate y'all for talking. I am about to start. I'm gonna be honest. Unless y'all can give me something that I can ask questions with and build, I'm probably going to move you to hear new voices. So I would like for y'all to come with y'all best heat.
Oh, I'm good.
And that's what that is. All right, cool. We on you, EJ.
Go ahead, EJ.
Kenya was here before me. She can go ahead and go.
I love to hear Kenya.
Go ahead.
Kenya, go ahead.
It's all right. They just be trying to pass it off on me because they not ready yet. I'm gonna answer the question. Are all black people the same? No, obviously not. That's stupid. Are we all black? Now I think that's probably the real question we're trying to get at. Are all black people black? I'm with the Black American people claiming that word. I'm Trinidadian. They could have it politically. I see the necessity for it. And that's fine. Like, I think we're all still going to interact with each other. We all still black. But as far as, Black Americans kind of getting their just dues, let them have the word. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like they said, it's their only word. I can still fall back on being Trinidadian at the end of the day. So that's really so much about that. This reparation conversation, I don't speak too much on it because I feel like it's just so not my place. I'm for y'all getting it. I want y'all to get it. But I ain't gonna lie, I do sound a little whitey when we start talking about, I guess it's not even that we can't speak about it, but I feel like we're just not having these conversations in-house enough. I don't think white people should be listening or hearing black people over here talk about, we really don't need the money because you niggas ain't gonna spend it right. Like, no. That sounds like, nah, that just sounds crazy to the opposition. Like, we're not helping when we say shit like that. So, yeah, we could talk about how we're gonna spend it and how.
Okay. Okay. Hey, this is Lusulfur. I've been waiting for 20 minutes now.
Hold on.
What that mean? Wait.
Y'all
Hand
gonna
up,
cut
bro.
the lady off?
Yeah, go ahead, Kenya. Finish.
I have a question for you, but go ahead.
Mm-hmm. So, because I really like Dr. Umar a lot. I don't really believe in Pan-Africanism, but I like him and I think he's intelligent. So I really did like the interview, and I agree with what he said. But again, I just feel like we be mindful of what we say in the face of the enemy. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. Y'all ain't gonna start chewing me up.
Okay, so the question is, Kenya, you say you don't believe all black people are the same. Can you explain why that's the case? Because we all have the same lineage, we have the same race of people,
Absolutely,
right?
child. Y'all be faking. Y'all be lying. Y'all be coming in these spaces to fake and lie, and I just hate it for us. Y'all know that we are not the same. Now, I ain't gonna pinpoint nobody or single nobody out, but if everybody from a different ethnic region has come in these spaces and said anti-black rhetoric, I have heard it from every single immigrant in a space. I don't think I've seen a one that hasn't said some racist shit. Like, I feel like that's just a part of y'all, like the way y'all grow up culturally. And as a Trinidadian, I knew that I was different from my Black American friends. Yeah, I knew I was Black, but I knew that culturally we were different. Niggas know that they different, and that's okay. Like, y'all saying it like it's a bad thing, bro. It's not. When did that become so crazy to say? Like, it's okay. We just a little culturally different.
But the Jews.
Hey, I can Lusulfur can double down on that. I'm Vincentian Carib, and yes, we are different lineages. We have different histories, cultures, everything, bro. There is you can't conflate all of us together as Africans. It's not a thing. You're lying.
But listen, the Jews are the same people, right? Even though they're different tribes, different ethnic groups. The white Europeans are the same. The Asians are the same Asian people.
Man,
It doesn't
no,
matter
they
if he's
don't.
Chinese, if
Call
he's
a Japanese person Chinese,
Japanese.
see
They're
how they
still
act.
on code.
Call a Japanese
But
person Chinese, see how they act.
why black people can't be on code? Why
That is
they have
not true.
special?
That is not true, bro.
I don't
Dr.
understand
Kabas.
why so
It's
much.
over
Hold on.
3,000
I can use an
tribes and
African.
200
I got an African
languages in
example.
Africa.
Go ahead.
Call a Nigerian Yoruba and Nigerian Igbo. See what happens to your ass. It ain't a thing, bro. You're lying.
But I know you. But you're looking at it from the tribal lens. I'm not saying people shouldn't have their tribes. Of course, you should embrace your tribal
Okay.
lineage.
Okay.
I'm not
Cool.
saying
Cool. Cool. You
whether
conceded our
you're
point.
from
You conceded our point.
Trinidad or you're
You
from
conceded our point.
Dr.
Jamaica or
Kabas, I feel
Nigeria.
like
It doesn't
You
matter.
just
That's not what I'm
agreed, bro.
saying.
You just
Dr.
agreed.
Kabas,
At
hold
the end of
on,
the day,
hold
you
on.
still
You
should
just
go
agreed,
back to your
bro. I'm
Hold
sorry.
African.
on.
You just
Okay,
agreed.
Dr. Kabas.
You
Dr.
just agreed.
Go
Kaba.
Kabas.
ahead.
Kaba.
You
You
should
just
still claim your
conceded.
Just
African
agreed.
identity.
That's great. No, that's great. I feel like okay, we all need to go back, learn about Africa, okay, and get in touch with the roots. That's fine. Honestly, Dr. Kabas, that's not the point though. The point is what is actually happening now and what matters. It does not matter for Black people in America politically to go back and not care about Africa again. That does not help them. They're already here. They've been here. They got to start from where they're at. It ain't no point in reaching back to days.
No, but they dehumanize. Look, but I understand that. But when they say the African immigrants are tethers, they don't see us as the same as we
Y'all
are
don't see
connected
us as the
family.
same neither.
We
Next.
Akanas and
are tethers,
Jareers.
right? You're dehumanizing us. We are just the tethers to you, and that
Emotional
really hurt.
appeal.
It was painful.
Wait, so Dr.
Because
Kabas,
Dr.
what
Kabas,
do
you
you
being fake.
wait,
I done
Dr.
heard you say
Kabas,
some wild shit in
what
these
do you
spaces. Like, you
think?
being fake,
What?
bro.
Wait, hold on. Dr. Kabas, how do you think? Do you think that Black American people feel like African people see them the same?
No, not at all. We welcome you anywhere you go in Africa. You are welcome.
Stay away
Africa is
from the
your home.
Yakata.
So, can you explain to us the history behind the word
Listen to
Akata?
me. If Black America goes to Africa, it doesn't matter if they're in Rwanda, Lagos,
He
Nigeria,
about to lie.
Nairobi, Kenya. It doesn't matter.
He lying right now.
South Africa, you still are African to us.
You sitting here lying.
Okay,
No,
so
I'm
not
being real.
wait, hold on.
I'm not lying to you.
Not would they let you walk around? Would they respect you the same? That's the thing that you're missing. Not are you allowed to be safe? Are you respected? That's what I'm asking you.
I think as just being an American in Africa, you're gonna get a higher level of respect. I think that y'all
Then
just
what is a kata?
Akata yeah, that's how it's a
Yeah,
self
get the
projection,
stuttering. We
right?
start acting like
Exactly.
Did this
Exactly.
nigga just beatbox?
Akata is the way some people behave when that was been the experience. That's what they went through.
He's
Oh,
You
now
lying.
it's
can't
the
even
moment.
He's
say it. You
lying.
Now
can't
it's the
even say
moment.
it.
Oh my
All right.
God.
Okay, this is
Does it
Lucifer.
have
My
does it
African
have
But
friend told me
Akata,
what
instrumentation?
Akata means.
but Akata is not like widespread in Africa. All of the cultures do not say the word Akata. It's not in their language.
Exactly.
Yeah, we know
So
it's
what are y'all
just one
talking about?
tribe, but that doesn't
So
go
how
to
can you
say,
put the whole
hold
thing
on,
on the
because that doesn't go to say that the image of us in places like Africa is not skewed because it comes from American media and
Bro,
that y'all
you're an
are
American. You're
indoctrinated.
gonna
Hold on, and that they are not indoctrinated to believe that we are actually what the media puts out. Hello?
Bro, you're an American. If you go to
Hold-
Africa, you're gonna have a level. You're gonna have a certain level of respect, just in general. It's
Not
gonna be.
Black Americans.
Yes, it will. What are
That's
you
not the
talking
media
about?
they see
Have you been to
us.
Africa?
That's not the media
Africans
they
have
see
10
Have you been to
slurs for
Africa?
FBA people,
When have you,
bro.
bro?
They have
When
10
have you
different
been
Y'all
to
just need
slurs.
to travel
Yes,
more.
I've been to
Y'all just need
Africa.
to travel.
Y'all
Y'all
capping.
get your
Why
passport
do
and
they
go
Y'all
have
travel.
capping.
10 words for African American N word in Africa if they're so Pan African?
So
Get the
speak
hell out
on,
of here,
Just
bro.
say
bro.
y'all
Go
are
ahead.
lying and move on.
Black Americans in Africa?
Why go to Africa?
They
They just
are.
go to
They
Mississippi.
Africans have 10 slurs for FBA people. That's absurd to
So
say it's
name the
only one part of
slurs.
But
Africa.
So
listen to
name the
me. Listen to
slurs.
me.
I don't
If
have to
you
name
call
the
it,
slurs, bro.
hold on.
You know
I've
they exist
heard it.
already. Why
Hold
didn't
on.
you name the slurs?
Wait, why
Okay,
don't
can
you
I
come
go
up
for a
with some
second?
more?
Why the fuck would
Can
I name the slurs if I didn't make that claim? You made the claim to
Wait.
substantiate your
Real
point.
question is,
hold
why
on a
can't you
Google it.
come
second?
up with more?
Why
Because
would
Like,
I Google
I
it,
don't really
nigga?
know
You
what's
do it. What the
being.
fuck? Why should I have to do research for some shit that you brought to the
All
table?
right, y'all. I don't really know
The burden of proof is on you, not
you
me.
know. We ain't gotta argue people to accept our points, right? When you know your point is right,
so what are
we
we
can
really
tell
mad
by
about?
this.
The fact you
We
don't
can
have
tell
enough
by the
slurs,
one second,
or
1 second. We can tell by the stuttering followed rather that your point lands. So I'm gonna keep going on to the hands. Um, I think it would be. Kenya,
yeah,
do you feel
I'm
heard?
not
Are you
done because
landed?
hold on, I'm gonna let my plane and then y'all can go because
All right,
it just y'all just be lying. Like that should be really pissing me off, bro. One, Black immigrants know that they come here and that they are different from Black Americans. They don't come here and look at themselves the same. And guess what? The government doesn't either. That's the point that's getting missed. The government does not either. We could all kumbaya when it's time to kumbaya, but right now, Black immigration is literally being used to Black American people. And you'd be a liar to say that that's not true. So it's like when every time we gotta address these issues, niggas want to get so personal or want to get so mad about it, and there's nothing to get mad about. We just gotta start being honest. There's no reason why Black immigrants should come here and get benefits consistently before Black American people. There's no reason for it.
Yep, I can
So
concur
you operating
as a black migrant.
out of a sense of fear, basically. You are afraid. Basically,
Now
that's a
you
white
just made
supremacist
that
move.
up. You just made
No,
that up, sir. Yes, you
I did
did.
not. Because
Hold
what
on. Oh,
benefits are
I'm
Because
a
he did
black
African
not
Carib.
immigrants
say
get that
that. You just
you don't
made
I'm a
that
qualify
up.
black
for?
Carib. I'm a black
Also,
Carib,
that is an
and I agree with
emotional
the
No, Alex,
FBA.
appeal.
you saying that African immigrants take your EBT and your Medicaid and
You speaking from
your
an
housing,
emotional
Right.
your
And now
appeal.
jobs?
you
Is that what it is? That's
It's
enough
giving.
for
It's
Hey,
very
everybody.
hey,
That's
Dr.
enough
pathos.
for
Sabas, give
everybody.
me a simple
Wait, but
answer here. Hold
hold
on.
on. Black people not on welfare like that. So I'm not really sure what's being
You
said with
said
that.
benefit. When you say benefit, you're talking about public benefit, ma'am.
Yeah, but you gotta ask them what benefits they talking about because we ain't on welfare like that now. That I ain't gonna lie. Welfare queen and jailbird, that shit like that. I that is where my switch happens. So I think you just gotta ask them what public situations are y'all talking about, and then maybe we can kind of meet in some middle ground. Because if you talk about welfare, like, because I'm not gonna lie to you, for me to be saying that y'all are receiving tax benefits and tax breaks, and then and I say that and you say I'm talking about welfare, I actually do feel offended by that. So we just got to find somewhere to meet in the middle.
And that
I
was
wasn't even
Kenya's
talking
point.
about welfare. I wasn't even talking about welfare, but that's my point.
But
I was
we
saying
know
how y'all
that
make
they
that seem
don't.
where's the middle
outlandish.
to an African
Exactly.
person?
White people are the welfare queens that he's talking about, by the way. Those statistics have been out for like 2 years now. So he's still lying.
But that just
How
goes to
the
show
fuck
you.
do y'all
But
always
that
say
just
Longer
goes
than
to
2
show
Hold on,
you
years.
the
this is my
general
question.
consensus that the media puts
All
out
black people.
in Africa
Why do we
about
care
Black
about what white people
Americans.
use? Like, why do we care
I
about
don't
what
care
white
about
people use
hands.
and what they
That's
create?
besides the point.
It isn't besides the point. White people created Hey,
welfare
we
Let's
for
go
a
back to the hand.
we're
Let's
going
go
by the
back to the hand.
we're going by the hand.
Hello,
Niggas, listen, black folks going by the
EJ.
hand.
Yo, who might echoing like that? Y'all
yeah,
gotta mute up, bro.
yeah. Everybody, like, if you want to speak on the title, please raise your hand. Let the sister Black Native talk. Go ahead.
Thank you, Dr. Carabas, and peace to the sisters that are co-hosting. I wonder, are you trolling? Because I have to ask that question because at this point, the title of the space, you know that even in Africa, you don't even mess with your own people. Just in one country, I think in Nigeria alone, there's what 52 different tribes. They don't even mess with each other in Nigeria. Not to mention South Africa, Kenya, Somalia, Ethiopia. Do they all classify themselves as the same people? No. So you want to come all the way across the pond about what 2,000 miles and think that we're supposed to what call ourselves Africans? I don't understand the question. Jamaicans are not the same as Haitians, and Black Americans are not the same as Jamaicans. We all have different cultures, and the sister from Trinidad was speaking the truth. I mean, I'm starting to wonder: are you trolling right now? And then you said that Black American people are jealous of Africans because they're coming over here getting welfare. I don't think you understand. Most Black American people are very hardworking people. I know my family is, and I bet you every Black American person in this space family is too. So that's kind of an insult. And then you said the word akata, which I heard back in like the late 90s, like maybe 96, 97. I was dealing with a Nigerian. That's the first time I ever heard that word from his family members. So that's an old term. A lot of people are just getting hooked to it now because y'all people use it frequently in these spaces about Black Americans. No, we have a totally different culture. My people cook fried chicken, macaroni and cheese. My people are from the South. You know what I'm saying? So we are not the same. We have two different cultures. And you have to accept that. There's nothing wrong with that. The problem is when y'all come over here to my country, for some reason you have this arrogance and this aura about you when you literally left your homeland to come here and live off of the backs of my people. I mean, let's just keep it all the way honest. So that you know what I'm saying, like I think you kind of understand this by now, and I get the space, and I'll just go ahead and land my plane. Thank you.
Okay. Let me hold
Yeah,
on,
it's,
hold on. Let me
it's called Popeyes Louisiana.
hold on. The sister asked me a question. She said if I'm trolling. Nobody's trolling, my sister. This room has been open for 4 hours. We're having an open and honest conversation, a respectful conversation. Okay, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, if I'm being disrespectful. You can call me out, and I call a lot of people out, but nobody's trolling. So that's all I want to say.
It's called Popeyes Louisiana chicken, by the way, not
Hold on.
Nigerian fried
Let
chicken.
visual
I just
talk.
want y'all
Let
to know
visual
that.
talk. Juice, is that what we are in the queue?
EJ been in the queue.
Yeah, I
Damn.
know Ethan.
Man. I mean, I let somebody speak.
Visual.
No,
Yo,
it's
can I
not
can I
visual.
speak after
I
EJ?
don't.
Can I speak after
Yeah.
EJ?
EJ, go ahead, my brother. My bad.
Well, and then I got you know who.
You talking about the
Then it
light
would be
dark
the
Yeah.
skin brother?
then it would be the admiral, and then it'll be then I guess it'll be you, visual.
Okay. Well, first off, let me answer the question. Are all black people the same? Obviously not. Um. So for whoever's still trying to make that argument, it's no. You have different cultures, different everything. Everybody's already explained that. Um, the one thing though I do want to respond to was from the the nigga with the, let me get it correct, Japanese letters. I believe, not the Chinese, Japanese letters. Um, I don't like when people assume what black people are going to do with money. I really don't like that. Um, there's a lot of black people out here building. Um, so the assumption that we're just going to get it and just throw it away. I really don't like that, because just for example, in my own family, um, me and my family owns uh, like a halfway house system where we help people that get out of prison, um, realign themselves into normal society. Uh, we just bought a hotel, the old Motel 6, and we're also turning that into a trade school for specifically black people that's getting out of prison, so they can develop a trade and get them a good paying job once they do re-enter society. So there are plenty of black people out here doing things. Just because you don't know about them doesn't mean it's not happening. um, because we're not on Twitter posting that we just bought a hotel, and the nigga that bought the charger with the PPP loan is posting, don't mean both are like both are happening. So I really don't like, because like Kenya said, you get on here and you say, "Oh, don't give niggas reparations, or we're not gonna do nothing with it." That's incorrect. It's just vehemently incorrect. So that's one thing I definitely wanted to speak on. Also, I do also recommend a book, because one last thing. I do think political power is a part of the equation as well. I would recommend a book called, make sure the name is right. It's called The Great Migration, specific, specifically for Black people. Um, I believe it's by Nathan Lawrence or something. I'll post it in the jumbotron, but um, y'all should give that book a read as well.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I brought him back up. You got a 30-second. Well, I don't know how I'm gonna time it, but he responded to you directly, so you get your chance to rebuttal. What do you have to his claim?
Yeah, and then if you want to drop me after that, that's cool. First of all, I said I never said not to give Black people reparations. I don't know why y'all keep putting words in my mouth.
Yo, that's Jeff.
That never came. Come on, nigga. Yeah, I never said not to give Black people reparations. I don't know where the fuck y'all got that from. If I said not to give niggas reparations, or I don't want to see niggas get reparations, I would have said that, but I never said that. I never said niggas are not deserving to get of reparations. Secondly, I'm not making assumptions. I'm just going based off of the data. So I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm not talking about any Black people that are actually, doing useful things with their money and they're actually giving back to the community. I'm speaking off of a general aspect. When niggas get money, the first thing they do is spend it. The average nigga in America gets money and spends it. Again, like I said earlier, look at what happened with stimulus checks and then look at what happened directly after with PPP loans. There was niggas who was getting millions doing the PPP scam and getting millions of dollars and spending it on cars, spending it on bitches. They was going to the club. They was going to the strip club. They was doing a bunch of dumb shit with their money up until the point that they got caught. So I'm not talking about you or the outlier or any other nigga outside of the average nigga. I'm talking about the average nigga in America and what they're going to do with their money on a general aspect.
Can I respond to that real quick?
Yeah, you can respond. Go ahead.
Because you keep saying the average nigga, bro. The average nigga wasn't able to scam millions of dollars in PPP loans. That is a specific.
Bro, go on Google. All you gotta go on Google.
Hold on. I let you let it.
No, I'm telling. No. I'm not gonna let you do that because go on Google. Go on YouTube. There's plenty of YouTube videos of niggas PPP scamming.
Bro. You said millions of.
Yes. Go on there and look, nigga. Even there was a few niggas that did. There was a few niggas that got. No, there was a few niggas that
may have hit the 20 ball licks.
No. Go on there. Go on YouTube. Go on YouTube and look up PPP scams. And I'm telling you, you're gonna see plenty of fucking videos of niggas, and they got news reports on it. Niggas scamming upwards of $5 million in fucking PPP loans. They doing the fraud shit where they using somebody else's name and social security number. And then they got
what
the
I'm
one.
not
Then
saying
they
it
got the
didn't
one.
happen,
Then they got the one
fam. I'm
where
not saying it
it's
didn't
not
happen,
even just the PPP one. Then you got the other one where like
bro.
if you unemployed or some shit like that, they'll give you
You
like
talking about
15,000.
EDD?
Yeah,
You talking
that
about
shit.
EDD?
Yeah, that shit where you can get upwards of like I think you could get like $20,000 a pop or some shit like that.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, so y'all too, I think there's a middle ground here that we just all need to know is
But hold on,
realistic, right?
Juice, because the
Oh,
niggas
my bad.
listening to what I'm saying, bro. I'm not disagreeing that it was niggas that was doing that. I'm not disagreeing with you, but you keep referring to the average. You keep saying average. So the average Black American was not scamming for millions of dollars. That was not happening. And then you refer to the stimulus checks. Nigga, the reason the government was giving stimulus checks was for niggas to spend it. So niggas can pay their rent. Niggas can pay that, like, yeah, you get a stimulus check so you can stay afloat. That was the whole point of a stimulus check, was to
They
spend
gave you
it.
money.
What are
They
you
gave you
talking about?
money just to give it back to them. They
Bro,
gave you
you have
money
to pay.
just to give it
Niggas
back,
weren't working.
just to
It
give
was
it right
COVID.
back
Niggas
to them.
couldn't go to work
No,
and
there was
get a
no,
bro,
there
what
was
you talking
there
about?
was niggas that was
But
niggas
I
that was
thought
working.
entrepreneurship rose during this time period. I'm confused as to why we're saying that entrepreneurship did not rise. It did. And
No, I'm
so
not
when
saying
you're
that.
making this indictment, I'm not talking about you, EJ. Give me one second. I'm not really sure why this indictment is being made that anytime money has been handed, nobody has done what they're supposed to be doing. Because
No, I
even
didn't.
though there
That's not
are
what
a
I'm
sect
saying.
of
I didn't say
people,
that. I didn't say that. That's not what I
I
said.
know.
That's
Do
not what
you
I'm saying.
okay? So let me ask you a better question. Do you believe that the amount of people who are going to blow their reparations money is going to be way more than the amount of people who
Then the
do
amount
you
of
think that
people that are
do you
actually
think
going to put it towards something productive, yes.
but the reason but that's obvious, so I'm trying to figure out, do you think that the people who know what to do, who are going to do something with the money, do you think that they don't know what to do to get the people who are going to blow it money?
Wait, rephrase that. That don't.
All right. We know that more people are going to blow their money than they are going to invest it and do something for the Black community. Are you saying that for the ones who can solve the problems of the Black community, they're not going to be able to also solve the problem for the people who going to blow their money?
Yeah, they might be able to, but once niggas get money, you're not gonna. It's gonna be very hard to get them to convince them otherwise, because it's like, damn, I already got the money. Like, what else do I need to do? Like I'm not, and I'm not saying this because I want to see niggas blow their reparation checks. No, I'm saying this because I want to see niggas actually use their reparations checks towards something beneficial for the whole Black community, not just for the legacy of your family. That's what I'm saying. And I'm not saying that when you get your reparations money, you need to just spend it all on shit that's gonna benefit the Black community. Let me make that very clear. Because I'm not saying that if I get my reparations check, I'm not going to, splurge a little bit. But most of my money is going to go towards building some shit for not only my family, but other people's family, because I want to give back. I want to give back. So that's
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
And all I was saying, because I don't like when I just don't like when I feel like people are generalizing Black people. Like I don't like, especially in a negative light. So when you said, again, I'm gonna harp back to this, you said the average the average Black person was not scamming for millions of dollars.
Hey, what's wrong with generalizing though? Why I got such an issue with generalizing?
But nigga, that's what white people do.
So you wear a seatbelt, don't you?
Generalize
Hold up.
people. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And
But you wear a seatbelt, don't you?
What the fuck are you talking about?
I asked you, you wear a seatbelt?
What does that have to do with anything?
Because in general, we understand that seatbelts will protect you. And,
All right, can we get to these
provide you a
general
level of
Hold on,
safety.
Let's move past that.
So why do y'all got such an
Wait a
issue with
second.
people general? Like, this is a
Wait,
generalized conversation.
Wait. I got a better one for you. So on a general aspect, people wear seatbelts, right? White people wear seatbelts, right?
It's Admiral.
So because white people wear seatbelts, that means that Black people shouldn't wear seatbelts. That's what that sounds like. So since white people generalize, We shouldn't generalize. So if white
Everybody
people wear
generalize.
seatbelts, then we shouldn't wear fucking
You niggas
seatbelts.
talking about
That's what that
Okay.
sounds like.
I don't know.
Anything that white people do is wrong, so therefore we shouldn't do it because it's morally incorrect. That's what
No,
that
we
sounds
just
like.
generalize. It's a generalized
Bro,
conversation.
hold
It's not
on.
a
This is
conversation
such a
based
dumb argument. Hold on,
facts. It's all
Cam, this is
anecdotes
such
and
a dumb ass argument.
generalizations.
No, hold on.
All right, let the argument be over, but don't switch the whole damn topic on you.
Yeah, not for
Yeah,
sure.
like,
That's what I'm saying. I want to move on
niggas
from it, but
talking
like
about
we've been
seatbelts.
generalizing the whole time.
What the fuck, bro?
I know.
But I need y'all to understand that this argument and this whole conversation is based around generalizations and personal anecdotes. So there's nothing wrong with him making a general statement. And you can not agree with it.
Because when you generalize and the generalization is wrong, you need to get called out on the wrong generalization.
Well, that's not
the average.
But I think the problem, EJ,
well, he actually was right. So
that is an inaccurate generalization.
That's not true. That's not true.
Wait. Hold on. EJ, which statement are you saying is inaccurate?
He kept referring to, because he kept saying average. He kept saying the average. The average black person in America was not scamming for millions of dollars in PPP loans.
Even if they didn't,
I don't think he was saying that.
Even if they didn't scam, okay, let me make this
gap.
clear. Even if they didn't get millions of dollars, that
They
means
had money, bro.
that doesn't mean that they wasn't trying to do it.
Niggas had money, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Listen, bro. A lot of niggas had money. A lot of niggas didn't do shit with that
Niggas
shit.
did not have
They went out
millions
and buy a
of
car.
dollars, bro.
Okay, but
it wasn't.
Listen,
just walk around here with millions of dollars.
Okay, but that's ignorant. But nobody's arguing the exact amount of money that they had. The issue that he's arguing is that people had actual money that they could have put themselves in position to be in a better position today. And you don't see that. I know Juicy keeps saying there are all these,
and that's what I'm trying to comment on.
Hold on. Okay, I got you. But Juicy keeps saying there were a lot of businesses. Okay, I agree, but I don't agree with it at the same time because although there were a lot of businesses, but a lot of businesses failed. They didn't survive after COVID. And on top of that, there were a lot of like untangible businesses, like lash businesses, barber shops, weaves, dildos, shit like that. There were no tangible businesses built. You don't. If I go to any black community right now, I don't see a large influx of black grocery stores or like black corner stores and shit throughout the community. So that's a lie. Why are niggas lying?
And while that is true, I think it's important for us to note that most businesses, actually about 95% of businesses, will fail within the first year.
Of course.
So you have to, wait, let me finish my statement. So you have to give black businesses that same grace.
I do, but I'm saying they're not even starting the tangible businesses and failing.
I don't want you to walk me through my point. I know what I'm saying. Just let me finish my point. Yeah, I agree with you. A lot of the businesses that were open were not as tangible and really did not make sense outside of one-time use products. But I do think that we did see a rise in Black entrepreneurship. And so to kind of just say that everybody's gonna, it's an emotional appeal and it's an emotional response. We actually need a good portion of these people to blow their money with the right people.
See, this is where
but they didn't.
They
didn't because the black dollar didn't circulate.
Hold on. Like, please let me get up in here real quick because the statement.
Who is talking? Who is talking?
This is Admiral.
I don't even see him on stage.
You don't see him?
Nah.
Yeah. Well, see, everybody else do. So what's wrong?
No. I see you, bro. Your shit won't move. I see you now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
For sure. So, like, you know what I'm saying? The statement that he's bringing up, right? We're talking about an era that only lasted for 4 years, from 2019 to 2022. In that 4-year period, when everybody had access to getting that shit, the average individual going for it was between the ages of 25 to 37. It wasn't no real old folks and wasn't really too many young people going after. It was only people that had the capability to even know what the fuck was going on. And in that sense of those people getting that fucking loan and all that shit, bro, what financial literacy did they have before they was getting it anyway?
But you're making excuses now.
I'm not making excuses. I'm telling you that there is no way to expect an individual that wasn't told to do anything more with the money that they've been getting, like minimum wage jobs. We're talking about.
But he been said that y'all were going to say this.
God damn,
y'all think black people slow, and y'all tell us that.
I really hate the financial literacy conversation.
Like,
hey, but whole time he said that they was going to say this.
All right,
but my bad.
Let's allow him to be. Let's allow him to be finished. I don't need you to walk me through my talking point. I don't need you walking me through my talking point. Exactly. Thank you. So as I was saying, the average black person that already had a hustle, already knew what they was doing, already grinding, did not pay that shit no attention. The people that cared for that shit were niggas that's been doing they dirt anyway. And they were the ones encouraging everybody else to put that shit on. Nobody else that was already working, taking care of their own bills, gave a fuck about all that handout shit. Stimulus checks you couldn't prevent. They already knew your fucking bank account. The real truth behind that shit is when we're talking about telling people they would have been able to change the community. We're talking about young motherfuckers that was working at the mall, working at McDonald's, working Uber, DoorDash. You're talking about them having a 45-year-old business strategy that would have changed 45 million people's lives. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I'm wondering where we're being illogical about that. Now, none of us come up out of the community having any type of industrial business sense whatsoever. If that was the case, LeBron James would have had more than just a school built, right? Or Kanye West would have had more institutions built. All these rappers would have invested into something they could maintain, manage, and control. But guess what? They don't, because they can't, because they don't have that. They have entertainment capabilities. A majority of us here only know how to run a music industry, probably only know how to run certain shit. So you get $300,000, business isn't the first thing going through most of these folks' mind. The individuals around them, oh, the elders, yeah, do business. But after you broke me off something to pay me back for everything I've done for you too, you came up, ain't no nigga worried about business investments, the time of business investing. Everybody's talking about what you owe and how to come back up. So ain't nobody talking about telling you to take your $10,000 and put it in here, $20,000 and put it over there. Or if they're doing it, niggas are trying to make sure they're going to get their cut for giving the idea out. So you selfish motherfuckers that really know what did not take the time and effort to encourage them niggas because you was hating too hard. You seen the young niggas running around with $100,000 in their pocket. You're like, you know what? Fuck that young nigga. He a scammer. Call him a scammer. Don't fuck with him no more. Then he runs out of money and you're like, yeah, nigga, you didn't invest your money. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. The chance you had to go and tell them dudes to do something with their shit, you didn't. You decided to hate. Now that it's gone, we all want to say what could have happened and it's over with. The same shit will happen with reparations because we have our own internal issues that have nothing to do with fucking money. Dr. Umar was fucking right. None of us here want to address our fucking mental issues before we start talking about handling $1 million fucking dollars. This how I know you niggas really ain't seen no money. Because before you even start toying with that shit, I know right now, if I toss 10 bands to anybody up in here, 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to just walk the fuck away. Why? Simply because you got 10 bands in your pocket. You don't know where the fuck, you know what I'm saying? You going to spend that bread 9 times out of 10. You're like, fuck it. A new pair of Jordans just came out. Now you're trying to get the fit to match them shits. Like, seriously.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Thank you.
No, and you're right. That's why I said I stand behind it, bro, because it's a reality checkpoint where our own people really believe we have the financial capability placed in us before we've actually accepted. A lot of us are still fucked up mentally. A lot of us are still traumatized, getting over shit. Our community, what community? Where are we stable enough with our own foundation to take in a couple $1 trillion and actually invest it and protect it? Which that comes with running a business. But the moment people get emotional in our community, niggas is shooting each other for cheeseburgers. So do you really think you got a business state of mind? Nigga, a nigga owe you $50, you hoe ass niggas will jump on this app and cry about it. You will literally cry about $50 fucking dollars. But you want niggas that have touched money before to really think you're capable of holding on to a check of $300,000, $400,000, and you're gonna do right by it? It would be a miracle why y'all don't go to the plug and fucking kill yourself off of overdoses. Simply because you niggas don't know where you're going to go with your bread. That's what they worried about. And do you think society would care if they could trust you with your bread? Why do you think the bank gives out a loan? Because you give them enough reassuring factors that shows them you're going to pay them the fuck back, or they can trust you with giving the money out, right? If they put interest on it just in case you decide you're not. So regardless, you still come with the paperwork to know where you getting that bread from. What do black people have to reassure they're going to do right by the shit? I'll wait.
I'm not the most pro reparations person in the world, but even then, I still don't think the stuff you saying takes away the validity of our claim to being able to get reparations.
No, we're not taking
No, that's not what I'm saying.
So wait, this is my question.
Hold on, real quick. Let me make this clear also. Let me repeat myself. Just because I'm saying that niggas don't know how to handle money, when and if we get it doesn't mean that it's not owed to us, doesn't mean that we're not supposed to get it. What I'm saying is when we do get it, what the fuck is gonna happen after we get it? And look, I agree 1000% with what Umar and Amaru just said. A lot of niggas have not really touched money. They haven't.
All right, so let
So
me
what
ask
do you
y'all this
expect them to, so
question.
when they get $300,000, what the fuck do you expect them to do with it? It's like,
All
damn,
right.
nigga, I got money.
Do y'all
Like, they not
think?
gonna want to hear. Look, and this is
So
what
for
I'm
the
saying. People,
Do,
hold on, real quick. This is my last point. Look, so niggas is look. I've even heard people say, "Oh, well, when we get the money, after we get the money, then we can start teaching people how to do shit." You really think a nigga with $300,000 in his pocket is gonna want to hear shit about financial literacy and where the fuck he's supposed to put his
do you
money?
think?
Get the
Do you
fuck out of
think?
here, nigga.
Like
He
it's
gonna
your
spit in
broke
your
ass
Do you
stuff.
motherfucking
think?
face.
All right, let me ask this question. Is it wrong if the people who have the solutions, is it wrong if they're banking on some of y'all blowing it? Or
I
actually
don't think
setting
so.
up things for you to blow it?
I don't think so.
So that's the question that I now have for y'all.
Wait. Say
Can
that
I
again.
say this real fast? Do y'all think
No,
that
give me
it's
1
going to
second.
be
1 second.
300,000 at one
1
time?
second.
Oh man.
Well, we all know that they started paying reparations. Well, Britain freed their slaves in 1836. They didn't finish paying reparations in 2015. So I'm not really and the problem
Wait,
that this
Juice,
had
for
is,
your question, are you asking, do we think the people that'll distribute the finances owed are banking on us to just blow the check? That's what you're saying? If they was
well,
to give it to us, that's what their expectation is?
yeah, but give me 1 second. Let me answer Bobo's question, what Bobo has said. Repeat your question one more time, Bobo. I'm sorry.
I said, do y'all really think that they're gonna give us 300,000 all at one time?
Yeah, so it's going to be installment payments. We got to think about the people who have
Right.
received reparations. When we when they first were trying to do during the Civil War, the first people that had their slaves freed were politicians, right? For morally, y'all know why. Y'all know politics. They paid $48 per slave, and this was even overpayments. When they released slaves in Britain, a big reason why they started wanting to do Brexit is because all of these other countries were then responsible for one thing that had happened in Britain, and they didn't finish those payments until 2015, and it damn near bankrupted their country. Same thing with Haiti, except it actually did bankrupt Haiti. So realistically, we are looking at maybe about 100 years of payments. Our children will receive the payments, and that's kind of how it's played out in the world.
So if it's 100 years of payments,
They'll be
how
banking
will
on
we
you to
blow it
die
that
before
fast?
they pay you out.
How will we blow it fast?
Yeah, that's why it doesn't.
Yeah,
But my question,
a lot of people ain't even making sense.
but the question that I'm asking is, do y'all think it is wrong for Black people who can know how to solve the problems, or even white people, to bank and purposely do things for y'all to blow y'all money with them? Is that wrong?
They gonna
I
release.
think
They
as
gonna
Black
release that
people,
kind of
we
like
should bank on it.
XLA5, and niggas gonna be broke as a motherfucker the next day.
Well, see,
As
that's what I was
Black
saying.
people, we should prepare to bank on that shit.
They're never gonna
Yeah,
fucking
I'm banking on
listen.
it.
They're using that
I mean,
word.
just to get ahead of the white people.
They're using that word now as a weapon and psychological tactic to keep y'all doing what the fuck they want y'all to do. And it's not even, it's crazy that nobody.
All y'all niggas gonna have that Escalade 5.0, nigga. Stop it. Y'all know where y'all going with that money.
Bruh, like
Man, my people ain't that dumb, bro. My
because
people,
Black
these niggas
people don't
trolling.
pay attention to how like recon works, like reconnaissance, that special military shit. All they do is sit back and watch the demands of the people go up. And you know what these motherfuckers is doing is watching Black folks say, you know what, they really are telling us they want to see that damn check. They getting ready to start revolting and boycotting all type of shit till they get their bread. So you know what they're gonna start doing? Certain little shit to dance around the topic. And what are y'all gonna do? Bite for it every fucking time. They're gonna say, you know what? We're gonna have a reparations rally. They might hold that bitch at Washington, D.C. just to get y'all to come out there, show some support and talk about it, but not make no actions or shit towards it. Right now, because they see how tickled y'all are about reparations.
They already had a reparations rally.
Yeah, it's already movement though, brother. It's already
I mean,
movement.
but the reason that I'm confused because there's 6 different states that all have their own separate cases. And
Right.
so
Yeah, still
I'm
going
confused on
Okay,
what
so
you're
hey,
saying.
tell me, hey, which one of
I'm
them
sorry.
states is going to be responsible for cashing out the
Now
check?
we're listening to
All right, so these
California.
are the cases that we got right now, right? So we got California. What they're doing is they're investigating insurance companies and their involvement in private prisons. We got Oregon, who used to be an all-white state. So their claim is the fact that this used to be an all-white state. Asheville, North Carolina, they sold a good portion of their land to be able to go towards a reparations fund, in which it went toward is going towards revamping the area and adding cultural, educational, and fresh food availability. I guess there's one in Charleston. I want to say Tennessee has one going on as well, but there are actually pretty good reparations claims, and I will say that watching that case is going to be exciting when it hits a national stage.
That's what I'm saying. Which state is going to be solely responsible for the distribution of the check, or is it going to be the federal treasury?
It's going to be the federal treasury.
Exactly. So who gives a fuck what the states are talking about? Because the last person that signs the dotted line is the man at the top. And
yeah, but they
everybody
need each of the states. They need each of. We got to think about it, this y'all. Brown versus the Board of Education is 5 different cases. The reason why Kansas is so important to America right now is because Kansas is the reason why Brown versus the Board of Education actually became a national case, because it was not in the South, out of South
there was also
states,
only
right?
like 10 million people in America back then too. Like there's
Yeah, but let me finish what I'm
333
saying.
now.
Let me finish what I'm saying real quick. Gay marriage is 4 different cases as well. Affirmative action is about 6 different cases. So you need these small state individual cases to then be able to have enough claim for it to even be seen nationally. So, yeah. So I'm not saying that what you're saying doesn't make sense, but when we're looking at the legislative process, and then we're also looking at the way that these cases form that set a national precedent, it just doesn't match up with what you're saying. And that's it just be like that sometimes.
real quick, just to go back on a certain topic, like I do definitely understand that. Okay, black people need some financial literacy and things of that nature. But on the other hand, like even if you, I I I believe in black people. I'm sorry. I just feel you know uh that will there be some that blow it? Absolutely. But I think there's going to be also a great number that do well with that kind of money. If we just look at our own history, um when we were quote unquote freed, look how quickly we started building our own communities, building our own infrastructure, uh building
You mean when homes were $20,000 to build?
my nigga, they came from nothing though. Like, what are you talking about? Either
No. What I'm
And they
talking
was
about
cheaper
is
than
how
that to build. They was
Yeah,
cheaper
but
than that.
hold on. Look, them you just said
$300,000
you
won't even buy you a home.
just answered your own question though. Those black people came for nothing. A lot of young niggas today, their parents are taking care of them. You know what I'm
Thank you.
saying? They live in nice homes. Yeah, some of y'all are not really struggling.
Okay, so which one is it though? Because
You didn't,
the
and
argument. Hold
let's
on.
also, and if we want to keep it
You're
1,000,
switching
if
the
we want to keep, hold
argument.
on,
No,
if we want to keep
first
it,
off, I wasn't even done, and you
bro,
talking, my nigga.
if
Shut
we
up.
want to keep it if we want to keep it 1,000, you
I'm
niggas
talking,
did,
so
none of
I'm
you
not even
niggas
gonna
picked
listen.
cotton.
I'm not listening
None
to
of you
you.
niggas got whipped.
Oh,
Y'all, come on. Okay, I'm trying to do a data report while black people keep voting Democrat, and the answer so far is that we are not educated enough to not. So I would need to focus on this so I can make that not a true statement. But this back and forth that y'all doing is too much. Y'all, there's something that y'all are missing in what each other is saying, and I need y'all to figure it out. Because both of y'all are adding value, and I don't know what to do here. So let's try to get off that.
Yeah, let him finish his
Go ahead, and I'm gonna respond after.
I'm making the conversation to interrupt me while I'm talking.
do we respect the hands though?
Sit back, relax. I listen to y'all. Y'all can respond when I'm done, because I don't interrupt y'all. So y'all not about to interrupt me. So back to what I was saying. When you look at the history of black people, we have always been able to advance our community. Part of the reason why they don't want to give us reparations is because they know we'll do it. So stop with this idea that, oh, all we're gonna do is, we're just gonna get in, when that's not even the history of our people in this country. It's not.
whenever they have allowed us to, whenever we have been positioned to build our own things in our community, we have. So this idea that we wouldn't do it now is incorrect. Now you also shifted the argument to, well, now niggas are living in their, but at first what you were saying is that people weren't educated enough, which and coming from downtrodden communities. So which one is it?
Bro, having a
it's
hold
a
on, your
both.
parents taking care of you doesn't mean you have financial literacy, my guy.
Exactly.
Come on now.
I
did not make no sense.
Did I just
No,
say?
you just said that at first.
Look,
I said
I'm
that
gonna
niggas
stand
don't.
on what I said as far as black people not having financial literacy, because if they did, there wouldn't be so many people in the situation that they're currently in now and making employment happen. Financial literacy is the ability to also generate your own income.
But nobody has
So how many
financial
black
literacy.
businesses? Time out.
Nobody, ain't none of these
See, look,
people can
the
run.
level of
Brother, you been
financial
talking and
literacy
hopping
that
over
we
niggas.
have is budgeting. Budgeting is not the only form of financial literacy.
Wait,
Y'all
so
think,
let me ask you a question. When we're
please
comparing,
finish this statement real quick, and then you can
Sus, do you respect the hands, sus?
Hey, can we get to the hands too, though,
Oh
bro?
my
Yeah,
yeah, I
brother.
do.
bro,
My bad, y'all.
DJ
My bad.
asked a statement, and I'm responding because I'm the one that said black people are not as educated with financial literacy to do this.
Centering himself.
My response to that was the fact that we have a budgeting capability. We understand how to take $300,000, make a budget list really well, and figure out how you're going to spend it. But do you know how many black people know how to take $300,000 and turn it into a business where the money is going to constantly keep coming, even when that 300 is spent on investments? No, because if we did, we'd have 10 times more business owners and people involved in their own businesses and not going to work for somebody else. We don't, bruh. And the inflated economy currently, y'all are thinking people got room with 300,000 to make something happen, as if A, there might not be a consequence after the check hits, and B, once most of these people are homeless. They don't own a home. So the first thing going through their head, soon as they get their check, is I'm buying a fucking house. And they don't even have enough to get that.
Wealth, correct. You know, home.
I'm not gonna lie. Well, I'm just gonna move forward, but I will just say this. I'm not really sure what state y'all think the black community is really in. Our poverty rate is under 20%. So white people statistically have more debt than black people, and most of black people's debt is actually just school debt. So we can know that if you know anything about financial literacy, school debt is considered good debt, even though we can have the argument whether or not debt is good or bad, but it is considered good debt. On the other side of that, I'm not really sure this idea that white people are more financially literate. Sorry, I apologize. Let's remember, white people make up most of the debt for the country.
Because
they also make up most of the population as well.
70. Well, but y'all, 78% of white people are in debt. Like 72% of black people are in debt. Now we can have an argument about the factors that why this is like that, but this idea that white people are just fundamentally more financially sound is just really untrue. But then also what I will say about what we learned in the pandemic, I'm not really sure of how many of y'all was trapping or if y'all ever trapped, but if you was trapping at that time when the pandemic hit and you're in an illegal state, right? You know damn well what the price of that shirt started off as in COVID and what it ended off as in COVID. So to make this claim that black people don't be flipping their money, you was not where we was. So I'm gonna go ahead and respect the hands. You know who? You waited for a good amount
does that
of
have to do with anything? Like, are you serious?
If you didn't understand what that meant, I don't know what to tell you. Everybody, I understood what it meant. So if you ain't get it, you just ain't get it. We all, you know who he has respected everybody, didn't interrupt, and he waited for a minute. Let's respect him.
So I'm just gonna answer the question. A whole lot of shit happened. Nah, all black people not the same. I can let y'all know, me and my family, this ain't even like to offend nobody, but we ain't even come from Africa. We from Memphis, Mississippi. Like, we been there since before the colonizers got here, all of that shit. Now, they always told me, like my elders, they used to say that indigenous people on every continent were always melanated, like everywhere you go. So, but a lot of people don't know that the oldest and the largest pyramids in the world are located right here in America, for real. Not only that, but you can find traces of like plants inside mummified pharaohs that are only like indigenous to America. Like you can find those in the pyramids in Egypt, all over Africa. Like you find plants like tobacco and cocaine, shit like that. Like that can only happen if the Aboriginal people of America brought the knowledge to Africa, to the Eastern world, on how to build the great mounds and preserve the dead. That's how y'all got the cocaine and tobacco and y'all dead pharaohs in y'all pyramids. But this was before the so-called Atlantic slave trade, if you believe in that. Like this was before the whole construction of the black and white matrix. I usually don't give them that much credit. I just say this like it's before the fall of the matriarchy. Because we can't forget that Earth is a feminine planet. It's Mother Earth. We all got to get permission from a woman to be here. So the whole problem is that we
Nigga,
victims
what?
of the patriarchy.
That was
See, man, this
awfully
what y'all
sexy.
smoking that
You know,
Indian
it's
That's
hemp,
okay.
real
We're
shit
bro.
all
though.
letting that
I
That
want to
Indian
jump
hemp
in
about
fucking
people
line with
fucking
is
We
with
should
going
that.
not like
crazy,
the
I like
bro.
it.
patriarchy
I
is the
mean, he
evil part
did
of the
make
world.
coke. Okay, okay.
Oh,
Indian
Right.
that
hemp
was
got
Yeah,
these
here we
niggas
sick.
go.
going crazy,
Ladies,
boy.
that's sexy. Are you married?
Don't tell me.
Y'all gotta stop smoking that Indian hemp, man. That shit burning y'all fucking brains up, man.
I never get married because
Can we
marriage
respect
is.
the
Hold
hands,
on, hold on, hold on, hold
man?
on.
Scam
I
You
me.
never